Hello, hello, hello. Once again, it's Toria Howard, the real estate educator, here to educate you. Back again, loving this content. Please put a like in there, give me some comments, some fires. Please subscribe. I give you some great content to get you ready to purchase a home, or if you're already a homeowner, I'm giving you strategies on how to turn that home into a financial powerhouse by turning that liability into an asset. So definitely tap in. I am an author. I created two ebook books, one called Journeys to Your Castle, one for first-time home buyers, where it takes you from concept to mindset all the way to the closing table. Don't forget about the goal setting. And then I have one for homeowners called House Rich and Money Tomorrow, how to turn your home into a wealth building powerhouse, showing homeowners how to turn their home into a liability. And Keys to Your Castle is coming soon. It's going to be filled with everything that you need, from affirmations to goal setting, budget tables, all different types of resources, all the way until the closing table. And after and beyond, you can use this. And it's going to be so great for you to have on your coffee table, or give it as a gift and read yourself. So, what we're talking about today is how to know you're actually ready to buy, even if you're nervous. Because this is one of the biggest investments you're going to make in your whole entire life. So you need to make sure that you're ready. So nervous doesn't mean ready. Unprepared does. When you're unprepared, you don't have enough information, when you don't know what you're doing, it can feel overwhelming, because it's going to be a lot of things coming at you at once. A lot of people are going to be asking things of you, asking money from you, asking all types of things. So it's going to be a nonstop whirlwind. So you got to be prepared. So what ready feels like? Calm plus nervous coexist. It's okay to be nervous. This is one of the biggest investments you're going to make in your lifetime. So you need to make sure that you're not overthinking it. You're not, feeling bad or strange that you are nervous about this process. I mean, so many people who are nervous, and they sometimes their nervousness turns into fear, and the fear blocks them. Let's turn the fear, okay, back into nervousness back into I have a strategy, so I'm ready. So readiness equals clarity. You need to make sure that you are clear about all of the things that you're doing when it comes to purchasing a home. Do you know how much you can afford as far as your principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, your PITI? What are your utilities? Calling a utility company and getting an average of what the utility bills could be, so that then I would just, over guesstimate, as you could say, so that you can have a buffer. And then having that 1% maintenance fund. I have someone who is afraid to buy a house because of the maintenance of a home. You don't have to be afraid. Yes, when you're renting, you just made a phone call, you put it into the system, or however that works for you, and you were able to just get things fixed. But the same thing can occur when you have your homeowner's insurance, your home warranty, and you have your maintenance budget. So that 1% is 1% of your sales price of your home when you're first starting out. Once your home starts to appreciate, then you have to add. Okay, so for instance, if your home, you buy a home for 250,000, that means every single year in a high yield and savings account, you should have $2,500 saved for your maintenance fund. That should be able to tackle some of the things that you need. And you won't be spending tens of thousands of dollars unless you didn't get a good inspection, or you bought a fixer upper, or, you know, things do happen, but it shouldn't happen that drastically when you first move into a home. So ready isn't fearless, it's informed. So you want to be informed. So the 5 signs you're ready. Let's talk about that. You know you're comfortable with your numbers. So sitting down, looking at what's coming in, what's going out will be so beneficial, because a lot of times we know what's coming in, but we don't pay attention to what's going out. Like back in the day when our grandparents used to have the checkbooks, they know what was coming. There were inflow and outflow because they wrote it down. Same thing here, but you don't even have to do the writing down part. There's apps out there. You can do it on paper if you want to, whatever the case may be. Your budget matters, because You want to make sure that you may sacrifice a little bit, but you don't want to sacrifice a whole lot to purchase a home. You want to be able to still have your lifestyle. If you like to vacation, if you like to get your hair done, your hair cut, your nails done, your massages, self-care, whatever that is, however that looks like, you say it's a non-negotiable, that's what you need to put that in your budget and then see where else you can, tailor, either get rid of or, kind of tailor back a little bit so that you can make a better decision. So you want to understand post-closing costs, right? So you do have closing costs when you purchase home, but you also have post-closing costs. Not because of with the lender or with the real estate agent, but we're talking about moving, right? Movers, or if you have somebody that you know that will help you move, you still got to rent a truck. You still have to hire movers, that could get expensive because they're by the hour usually. Furniture, you may want to buy furniture. You may want to, pay up some things, whatever the case may be, whatever that looks like for you. You need to make sure that you're understanding that there are post-closing costs, especially first moving in. Moving is close to like finding a job. It's so taxing, it's so tiring, right? And you have to, but you move once, okay? Hopefully. It don't have to be your forever home, but just know having that money to have the movers and do the things you need to do will help you tremendously. And then you adjusted your lifestyle. So for me, when I first bought my home, I scaled down our cable TV because we had like all of the things, the top stuff, and I cut our bill in half. And what I did was that money that I cut in half, I put it in a savings account that I didn't have well, I had access to it, but it was hard access. It was hard to access it. So, I made it took it directly out of my check, went somewhere else with it. And then, I was able to still have that nest egg once I finished, getting ready to prepare for the process and have some things to bring to the table. So, and you must have a timeline. Whenever you set a goal, you have to have a timeline. I know people like, oh, goal setting, but in this instance, you need to have a goal. The only way that you will know what your timeline is based on your credit report. That's the biggest indication, and if you have any money saved. But not necessarily having money saved it's a deal breaker for you. It's just good to have it so that you will be better prepared as far as starting your emergency fund. But people, it's tax season. Use your tax refunds as your savings instead of spending it on frivolous things and just let that mount up. Unless you want to pay off some things that'll help you lower your credit score, that's something different. So the next thing is you're no longer guessing. You don't want to guess through this process. You want to be sure. You want to make sure that you are doing all that you can, hiring the best people, okay? Getting the education you need in order to move past from being a renter to a homeowner. So, what ready is not, right? You don't have to have a perfect credit score to purchase a home. They have programs that, listen, you can buy a home with a 500 credit score. Now, your interest rate is going to be high, but that can be rectified as well. While, once you're in the home, you can refinance to get a lower rate. But if you plan on moving quickly, like I'm talking about within a 2 to 3 year time span, then that wouldn't be something that you would want to do as far as, doing the refinance to because the house can help you improve your credit. So, because it gives you that installment loan on your account. So that will help, build your credit and boost your credit as well, especially when you have those online payments. And the thing is, when you buy a house, typically mortgage brokers, or I should say mortgage brokers, but mortgage companies let you have between the 1st and 15th before they mark it, late on your credit report. So buying tomorrow, okay? If you're not ready, you have to feel ready internally in order for you to be ready externally. And a lot of times it's just self-sabotage. We talking ourselves out of it. We let other people talk us out of it because they're not renters. I mean, they're not homeowners, so they're renters, and they don't understand the ramification of what's going on. They're just trying to fearmonger you because this is all they know is renting. And then no fear. It's a fearful process. And it's okay to be fearful, but don't let that fear cloud your judgment where either you drop out or you make uninformed decisions. So I will say all that to say prepared buyers move differently. Okay. So comment ready and book your Pathways to Keys session today. I am seriously assisting individuals on how to become homeowners through their own personalized roadmap to their success. So make sure that you are booking your sessions. The link is in the description section and it will be in my bio as well. But in the description section, click that. It's complimentary, so you don't have to pay, okay, or anything like that. Just get in the info section to see if I'm a good fit for you because I have to be a good fit for you in order for it to work. So have an amazing day and I'll see you next time.